Ooh, fresh.
Kick us off?
Morning, Jurgen.
Morning.
Can we start with team news? Sadio Mane, Divock Origi, is there an update on the progress of Alisson?
Both. Yeah. So both trained yesterday. Sadio and Div, completely normal. No issues. And Ali is on a good way, in a good way. So he did yesterday a full, not with us, but with the goalie coaches, a full session. So getting closer and closer. So we will see now. We have to talk to the medical department. They are. So Ali looks like he is close, but the final word has then the medical department, obviously, because we have to ask how it is exactly. And but that's it. And not for, so Ali is not in contention for tomorrow. To say that, just trained now. It looks like maybe he can train with the team, maybe from from Sunday on. But don't know 100%. But it's really close. Nothing else, actually, I think, after the game. Oh, yes. No, Shaq is not ready yet. He's doing rehab. That stuff. Maybe got a knock in his back and against MK Dons early in the game. Looked a bit awkward after the game, but should be good. Yeah, Curtis Jones, another knock, but that's it. One is not recording anymore?
Recording, not that.
They're recording.
Not your problem.
Who? Them or them? Yeah.
This weekend sees the FIFA's best men's coach of the year against the LMA manager of the year in Chris Wilder. He was full of praise for you at his press conference yesterday, Chris Wilder. What have you made of the job that he's done at Sheffield United, some of the tactical innovations and the way they've started the season?
Oh, it's incredible, what Chris is doing there. Really, I'm looking forward to meet him. To be honest, it's first time that we see each other. It's I saw his team playing now in the analyze period. You always see a lot about the team. It's really interesting. It's what they do. They do really well in the system they play. Really aggressive, good pressing, a lot of things. And then, of course, when they have the ball, this is slightly interesting pattern. And when the centre halves overlap whoever is there, the winger or whatever. So yes, that's interesting. But that's it. But I think I'm 4 years in England now, nearly. I don't know everything about the other clubs, so historically and stuff like this. But it seems to be a big club, obviously, and deserve being in the league. So since I'm in, I've followed the championship a lot, and I know how competitive this league is in going up. The way they did against the teams, they had like Leeds or Derby last year. It's a big one, and so yeah, for sure, really great coach, and looking forward to face his team.
15 Premier League wins in a row now. What does that do for the mentality of the group? Is there almost an expectation they'll win every game, almost a feeling of invincibility in the Premier League?
No, we don't think about it. It's the only moment when I face this, when I even think about it, is in press conferences, because no one mention it. We don't think about it. It's just the next game, and that's how we won a few of the last games. But thank God we lost from time to time in the Champions League or in other cup competitions, that we still know how it feels. It's really important. You want to change things then if you lose a game or whatever. So, but we just want to go to Sheffield and make their life as uncomfortable as possible. That's the plan. We are considered as a top team, but we don't want to behave like a top team. Playing, if possible, yes, but fighting like actually a proper challenger. That's it, because I don't see any reason for that there should be any advantage for Sheffield apart from playing in their own stadium. So is it allowed that they fight more than us? No. Is it allowed that they run more than us? No. Is it allowed that they just do more like us? No. So we have to be there absolutely spot on. That's the plan. That's the plan. We did it with, we tried to make sure with how we planned the week that the boys will be ready for that game. And so now we go there, and how it's for me the first time, yeah, really looking forward to it.
And because of how Adrian is getting more and more, seemingly more and more settled into the way that you do things here, is that taking a little bit of the pressure off Alisson, that you don't have to push him or rush him back a bit more?
Yeah, of course. So that made everything easier. Imagine it would have been different. So we would have asked probably Ali after a week. Okay, you limp, but don't care. You still can go to goal. That was, but Adrian did and is doing a brilliant job. So yes, that makes everything easier, 100%. And so yeah, that's why I said. But it's important with injuries anyway that you don't rush it, and we really try to never do it. But if you have no other option on a position, and you cut off a couple of days of the rehab time. That's how it is. But we don't really like to take risks or whatever. So we will see when he's ready. Until then, Adrian is our goalie, and so far he did really well.
And Chris Wilder was probably half joking yesterday when he said you probably have to have 10 or maybe 11 defenders tomorrow.
We need to have 10 or 11 defenders.
Because that's generally your ethos anyway, isn't it? All 11 defend from the front.
Everybody's responsible for everything. Easy as that. Yeah, clear. So that's how the football is. When the other team has the ball, I don't see any reason why somebody should not be involved in defending, to be honest. If you are overplayed, then you still can chase the guy from behind. So that's the plan. That's also normal. But hopefully we have the ball a lot, and then we have to do some things with it. And as we play against a compact formation, then but they are smart enough. They don't only defend. They have Holland, the goalkeeper, who is pretty long in his goal kicks and stuff like that. So it's clear where the challenges will be. A lot of them for the second balls. That's already close to our goal. Pretty much, so we have to be really aware of that. These second ball fights are in football, meanwhile, so important, and it's all about being ready, have the right level of aggressiveness and stuff like that. That's so important, and that's what we need to show there. And it's not only about football and trying a little bit, playing around and playing behind. It's really, it's a complex job to do, and but it's not the first time that we play now against a team like this. But to be honest, Sheffield is playing now, working together now for a while. You see that everything is settled. They know what they do, and it's quite impressive. So 8 points at that stage in the Premier League, I think they would have bought easily, and they will go for 11 for that after that game, 100%. It's their stadium, and we want to make sure that then it must be the most difficult way for them.
Juliet?
Has Alisson's recovery though been quicker than you expected when you spoke about the seriousness of it at the time?
No, I'm not a doctor. I take the information they give me, and it's serious. It was serious, obviously, but about the time we expected, I don't know actually anymore. It's just in the last 2 weeks he progressed really, really well. So credit to the medical department. Obviously, they did a good job with him, and they waited long enough until they started proper training with him again, and then he could really make step by step. So that's good, but I have no clue what we said, how long it will be anymore. But do you know? No.
I think you said it was a couple of months or something.
Couple of months? How long is he out now? Yeah, welcome. Yeah, nice. Thank you very much. So yeah, spot on.
We've spoken a lot about Virgil van Dijk and what a fabulous time he's had of things since he's been at Liverpool on various awards. If you look at his partner at the moment, Joel Matip, he's really progressed, hasn't he, over the past period of time since he's come into the team. What do you think has made the difference for Joel? Because he's probably playing best and most consistent time for Liverpool, and he just appears to have matured now. What do you think has made the difference?
That's what happened to footballers. That's what happened to human beings. With the challenges you have, in the idle world you grow with it. But Joel was always an incredible talent. He played as an 18-year-old boy already for Schalke Bundesliga, so that's not that easy. Even if maybe the respect in England for the Bundesliga is not too big, but it's a strong league, and and he played there, and he was always a standout player for them. Really fixed point in their defense very early in his life already. And yes, and then you like a little bit of consistency that can happen. That you have, especially with this physical. On one side, it's a strength. On the other side, there are issues. Obviously, I'm tall as well, so that's not doesn't look always sensational when we move, and so that's what you have to learn to deal with all these things. But of course, he grew and he developed, and with the team, how we all did. But was when in a world of big transfer fees, signing a player like Joel Matip on a free transfer that's incredible. That was maybe one of the best pieces of business we did in the last year. So yes, all good. Really, they play it together, but it's not Joel. When Joe played or Dejan played with not only with Virgil, but when they played, they are really good players, and we have no issue on that position. Thank God. That doesn't mean they are perfect and don't make mistakes. They will make mistakes, but really not too often. And in the best case, we then sort it with the others. So then nobody speaks about it after the game. But yes, Joel is in a really good moment. Long may it continue. That would be really cool.
How much has the performance at MK Dons in midweek of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Kiana Hoover and others maybe given you food for thought that they could be closer to playing Premier League football maybe quicker than you anticipated?
No, I think they're all ready for that. That's always clear, but we need to find the right moment. And they have to learn a lot and to develop a lot. Yes, it was really wonderful. A lot of situations were really nice. I think for Harvey, he was the most obvious for the things he did on the pitch, the 2 chances he had, and or 3 chances he had, and a bit unlucky with the crossbar. But no, we are not in doubt about these boys, and we know exactly what we want to do with them and what we want to have. Or what we expect from them, and that's. But the best news is they have all the time in the world, and they are part of a really strong squad. Means it's not that it's easy to come in a game like in a team like this, but they are as close as they have to. That's really cool, and we work really a lot and hard with them that they can make the next steps. But what they need to bring in is they have to be patient. That's how it is. But you see, when you leave, let them off the leash, then they're obviously ready for some really nice football things, and that was the plan before. So it's nice to have them, and but a long way to go, because we prepare them not for one Premier League game, we prepare them for a Premier League career in the best way at LFC, and that's what we want. So still a few steps to go, no problem with that, but really nice signs on Wednesday. That's true.
How important was that Wednesday night, giving game time to players who have not been on the pitch that much? Because I can imagine some frustration start to grow if you're not pretty regular.
It's very important that's how it is, and as I said, we have a really strong squad, and the thing is that the very most important thing is for a player that he doesn't lose confidence. That's normal. You lose rhythm if you don't play for 3-4 weeks. That's how it is. If you cannot build on the last game and stuff like that, that's how it is. And I think we could see that a little bit. That's in the game, though. But on the other side, it's really very important that the boys stay confident, because in a moment when you are a member of this squad, you have to be confident. Only about the fact that you are part of this squad, because we have only really strong players here involved in all that stuff, and so it was cool that we could do that, and we will do that as long as it is possible. It went always to the injury situation and stuff like this, but we really try to keep them all on track. Frustration is not so much an issue, because it's a professional footballer's life. That you know you have to do everything, and sometimes you get nothing in the prospect that you are not in the lineup, or maybe you're not even on the bench or whatever. That's part of the deal, actually. But yes, rhythm-wise, it was very, very important.
James Miller was influential in that game. I'm just wondering how important his role is within the wider squad, and also how important is it to maybe get him down to a new contract in this time of the year?
Millie is unbelievably important. I said that now, I think, well, no problem to say it again and again, but I said it a couple of times, or very often, because he is Mr. Professional. That's how it is. So he's very, very serious in all the things he's doing, but still a funny guy. But in the dressing room, in a game like this, like MK Dons, for example, let's take that as an example. You go there, and you play with 5 kids. That's good, nice, and you have then 6 first-team regulars, players, whatever, on the pitch. And they always can, like, okay, and the others didn't even travel. And it could be kind of a feeling, we play MK Dons, nice, thank you very much, boss. But no chance in the team as long as James, the guy like James or Adam or Hendo, if he would have been involved, are in the team. So because from the first moment, if we are here, we give our everything. That's how it is, and that he's a role model for all the young boys. That's one, not only for the young boys, but because exceptional career so far. I don't know exactly. I think we celebrated a couple of weeks ago 500 in the Premier League or something. It's not too long ago, I think. And he looks like he has a few more years in the locker. That's really good. But contract situations, not even when we talk about Millie. We don't talk about here in that room. That's how it is. But we are really happy to have him.
David, anything from you? Stand on the back. James, anything from you? Richard? Anything there? Yeah. Lovely. Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
See you. By the way, this one is off.
Unlucky.
Yeah.